Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Legends Episode 2 video all about Justice Society. Careful for spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet. So much stuff happening. We have Victor Garber singing Edelweiss. That was probably the most Back to the Future ridiculous moment. He even made like a Back to the Future reference when he did that. We saw Citizen Steel get his powers, and we met the full-blown Justice Society. So I know everybody's like, how come they just didn't do that in season 1? Why didn't they do a Justice Society show? Well, there are probably like a number of reasons for that. I know at least a couple reasons, and partly it has to do with the characters that they signed as main actors. My hope is that at some point in the future, the characters that we do have in present day, like Supergirl, The Flash, Green Arrow, all those people, reform a new version of the Justice Society, like they picked the mantle up. But let's do top 10 WTF comic book Easter eggs. There was so much stuff happening in this episode. So number 10, welcome to the Justice Society. Get wrecked. So we have Obsidian, Dr. Midnight, Commander Steel, Vixen, Hourman, and Stargirl. So it's a pretty classic lineup with the exception of Vixen, like she's kind of a transplant because they were originally going to do the Vixen character, which I'll explain in a second. It's a little weird with the way they're explaining things, but you're basically talking about the grandparents of the characters from present day. That's kind of the age you're thinking of. So they just explained that they had to open the episode up with this epic beatdown because that's how comic books work. Like the minute you meet another big team that doesn't know you, they treat you as a threat. But number 9, the Reverse Flash is back, and he gives the Nazis a super soldier serum. Where have I seen this before? This seems so familiar, but he gives it to the Baron, who is actually a comic book character. Get this, his comic book name is Captain Nazi, but he has superhuman abilities, so it was like the Reverse Flash was giving him his comic book powers. So number 8, the super soldier was the back door to Citizen Steel getting his comic book powers. So you kind of saw it in the promo for next week, but at the end of the episode, Ray gives him that modified version of the serum. They don't really explain what he does to it, but I knew that it would probably stick, and that's how they would explain his powers. But I did like the way they introduced him to his grandfather, Commander Steel, with the dog tags. So I'll say number 7, JSA Brownstone. It's just full of Easter eggs. If you ever watched the Constantine show, they had a version of the House of Mystery, like a house that existed in multiple dimensions, like a room of requirement that just had Easter eggs everywhere with magical artifacts, like the Helmet of Fate. So the Justice Society Brownstone is also kind of like that. So be sure when you're rewatching this to just like pause and look around the room. But the biggest one, number 6, the Amulet of Askaran, I think is like their version of the Amulet of Anubis. It's not the Amulet of Fate or anything like that, but I do know a lot of you are wondering if they're ever going to do Dr. Fate. It's just that they're not doing a lot of magic stuff this season, so I'm not expecting to see Dr. Fate. But the amulet just gives its wielder magical powers. They just want you to know that if Hitler gets his hands on it, that he'll have some sort of mystical power that'll enable him to defeat the US Army. But my number 5, this is so fun. Rex Tyler, Hourman, who's being played by Mike from Suits, is just super hardcore and is ready to turn it into a suicide mission. So I love the way each of their characters is so dead serious on what they do. It's a good way of juxtaposing their team versus the Legends. Like the Justice Society is the ideal for what a superhero team should be. Like they've already achieved that top level. The Legends characters are just complete amateurs by comparison. So just like every time they go out into a fight, they get owned. But like the whole arc of the episode was in recognizing your own self-worth. So like that was part of Citizen Steel's arc. He's this super fragile hemophiliac that recognizes that he can be a hero. The rest of the team comes to the same conclusion. But I just love how hardcore the JSA is. And they have a badass soundtrack too. Like that opening 5 minutes of the episode, that was the best thing ever. Why don't we have a TV show that's just that? But number 4, meet Vixen, newest legend. So she's going to be traveling with the Legends this season, and it's probably going to be spinning out of what happened at the end of the episode, finding Hourman killed by the Reverse Flash. And just to explain what's going on here. So the original actress that was playing Vixen last year had a scheduling conflict, so they still wanted to do the Vixen character. So the explanation is that this is Maury McCabe's grandmother. She is the first person to wield the amulet, so she's the first person to be called Vixen. Number 3 was crazy Edelweiss Back to the Future moment. Victor Garber is an amazing performer. Like, I'm not a huge fan of his Broadway or anything like that, but I love how crazy it is. So I already feel like the energy is so much better. The episodes feel so much more fun, the way they're having fun with time travel. So just everything this season is so much better. Number 2, of course, Citizen Steel getting his powers. I don't know how long it's going to be before he gets that comic book costume. I'm guessing at least an episode or 2. But number 1, of course, was the Reverse Flash killing Hourman, throwing into question how they're going to use Hourman the rest of the season, because it's like, well, if he's dead here, is this the last episode he's going to be in, or is he going to come back because of time travel? So I do expect that they'll fix everything by the end of the season, but it seems like for now, this might be the last time we see Rex Tyler until they time travel to before that and stop the Reverse Flash from going back to kill him. So I know the big question now is when is one of the Flashes like Jay Garrick gonna show up to shut the Reverse Flash down? Because up to this point, he almost seems unkillable because he's so much more powerful than all the other characters. So just enjoy an invincible Reverse Flash for at least the next couple of episodes. I think it's gonna be a while before the Legends get some help with that problem. But let me know in the comments, what was your guys' favorite thing from this? I feel like we all want to see a Justice Society show. I think, if they're going to go with the younger actors on another spin-off series, like once Arrow goes off the air, a live-action Young Justice would probably be the leading candidate, but they could also do a straight-up Justice Society show. So just a reminder about the 4-night crossover, if you guys are wondering about that. They've already finished filming, so they're on the mid-season finales for most of the shows. So we'll probably hear a little bit about what's going on. They've already started filming the Arrow mid-season finale, but they're basically completely done shooting all the principal photography for the big crossover. So those episodes won't drop till December. It's going to be a while. Like, we're only on the 3rd episode of most of these, and this is only the 2nd episode of Legends. So what's going to happen next is I'll do a Flash Mirror Master trailer video. There's some Doctor Strange, Avengers, Illuminati. Kevin Feige confirmed that they're going to be doing Illuminati stuff in Avengers Infinity War, so I'll totally do a video for that. And there's some new really cool Game of Thrones, there's some Deadpool, there's all kinds of stuff, so I'll try to get that out as fast as possible, but next video should be that Flash trailer. So I'll say, congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Chicken Wings. You win a $20 Amazon gift card, and there is a new round that starts now. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video, so get hype. Flash stuff should be up tomorrow morning. New outro, just a little bit different. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click up top for that Red Band Logan trailer again, and you can click down here for the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer again. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody, let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.